WAFL Eagles fans, and welcome to another episode of the WAFL Report. Now, it was a huge day on the weekend for the team with plenty of guys coming back from injury. Nick Nat, TB, Francis Watson and our captain, Fraser McInnis. Drew Petrie pulled the boots back on and we ran away victors by 72 points. Nick Reid was the leading goal scorer on the day for the team with 4 goals, backed up admirably by Jake Waterman, Jared Brander and Keegan Brooksby, all giving 2 goals each. On a wet and windy day, it was pretty impressive and an even contribution all around from the team, but were led ably in the midfield by Braden Ainsworth with 28 disposals.
Terrific across his body.
Unfortunately, Tom Barra sat out most of the fourth quarter following this incident and sustaining a corky. He looked visibly sore after, so earlier in the week we spoke to senior physiotherapist Paul Tucker about how he pulled up after the game.
Unfortunately for Tom, he got a decent cork late in the game on the weekend. Still is recovering from that, so at the moment we're going to just give him time and see how he progresses as the week goes on, and we're pretty confident that he'll get up this weekend.
And after the game, we had a chance to catch up with Captain Fraser McInnis on his return and get his thoughts on the match.
Bit of a dry spell. What's it feel like to get a win today?
Yeah, really pleasing, I guess, to get back on the winners list. It has been a long time between drinks for us. Been playing some okay footy, but I think getting a bit of the cavalry back really helped us with our performance.
And a few big names out there today. What was it like to have Nick Nat around?
Yeah, great. He's been around the group all year, whether it be coaching, just supporting as well. So he's been a part of the group, and he knew this was his path back into the AFL team. He's a ripper fella, so we love having him in there.
And how did you find the rain and the conditions of today affect the game?
Yeah, conditions played a part. It was a big toss to win, so thankfully I did win it. And then it probably rained in the fourth quarter and really just made it a bit of an arm wrestle. So yeah, we got the runs on the board early, got a lead, then the rain came, so it worked well for us.
Now it's time for our eagle eye catchers of the round. And first up, it's going to be Nick Reid. If you're going to kick 4 goals and lead the team for the day, you're going to make a very strong case to make the eye catchers. But it wasn't just his scoreboard impact that gets him on the list. It was his midfield efficiency as well. With 13 of his 16 disposals being kicks, and with 5 inside 50s, he was also a facilitator as well as a scorer. Now averaging almost 2 goals a game, Reid is quickly becoming one of the Eagles' most damaging threats in the forward line, and therefore teams are going to have to start paying him some more attention. Sticking in the forward line for our second eye catcher is Jake Waterman. He just looked a class above on the day, especially considering the conditions. His hands were like vices with some of those 8 marks he took, and with 2 goals brings his tally for the season to 16, and that's only in 5 games. His efficiency is through the roof. When he plays WAFL games, he makes an immediate impact. And third on our list is a debutant to the WAFL Eagles this year, and returning from his second knee reconstruction is Nick Natanui. And boy, was it a return, with 25 hitouts, 10 disposals, 3 marks and 4 tackles, which includes this one, a crunching tackle.
Be feeling on good terms with himself. Back to Davies. Watch out. Here comes Nick Nat. Oh. He's got you. Oh. And there's no way out.
My man will be famous for that.
Bit of mustard on the end of the tackle as well. It hasn't moved.
His impact is clearly evident on whatever team he plays for. Despite drawing more attention on the bench than usual, have a look at these photographers. It's fair to say it was a very successful return, and we now look towards team selection to see if he gets a call up to the AFL side this week. And after the game, it was only fitting that we had a chance to catch up with Nick and get his thoughts on his return.
Nick, well done getting through today. How are you feeling at the moment?
Pretty good. The boys at WAFL level haven't had a win in about 7 weeks, I think. So, yeah, it's good for the spirit and for the enthusiasm of the boys.
How many minutes did you end up racking up, and then what's the plan, I guess, top up or recovery from him?
I think we got around 60 to 70 minutes, so yeah, that's what we aim for, and the contest that we wanted in the ruck, we got that as well. So from now on, it's just going to do the ice bars back at the footy club and yeah, get ready for training on Monday.
Besides from hitting time on ground, metrics there, what were the other game plans or, achievements you set out to overcome today?
I had to get a few centre bounces and stoppages around the ground, so they had a number. I don't know where they pulled this number from, but they got something I needed to aim for the game. So we got that, and then yeah, just to fill the minutes, I kind of played forward for that last little bit.
What about the emotions? I mean, you've come back from a knee prior, but nerves. How are you feeling waking up this morning?
A little bit of nerves, but not too much. I just wanted to get out there and play. I was excited because I hadn't played a game with Drew Petrie before, so to play alongside the dish was something that I remember forever.
How did you convince him to dust off the boots and get out there today?
I don't know. He doesn't really like the limelight, Dewey. He's a real quiet man, so to know that Channel 7 and a few people come down to watch because we played on the Thursday night at the West Coast. He wasn't too happy with it, but I sold him to come down. We need some tools, and then we probably had too many tools in the wet, so but it's good to get him down.
Only 2 WAFL games are here at Shark Park. That's pretty classic in itself, but probably more interesting that this was for premiership points rather than a scratch match.
Yeah, it was. Last year it was a bit of, it was still serious, but it was a bit of fun. The guys weren't going too hard, but today, yeah, there's a bit of fire out there. A few guys getting a bit angry, and because it does count for the points at the end of the day. So you just stuffed it by hitting the camera there, and we'll keep going.
Anyone target you out there today? Good sledges. What was it like out there on the park?
Yeah, there was. I know a few of the boys in the East Fremantle colours, so yeah, they were getting into me a little bit, but yeah, nothing too bad. They were all pretty good, and wishing me the best after the game.
Before we wrap up here at the WAFL Report, we have to remind you that there's no stream this week, but our next game will be against the Bulldogs at Freo Community Bank Oval, Saturday at 1:15. We'll look forward to seeing you all at the ground. Go Eagles!
A new WAFL era is here. A great day out for the whole family. Kids get in for free, so come down and support your team. West Coast are in and WAFL W kicks off. It's the biggest ever WAFL season.